Good morning, Internet, and welcome to the Morning Report, your scoreboard for Friday, April the 21st. With Profit, thank you very much for viewing. Big night in the NHL last night, especially for the Leaf fans. Let's take a look at what's happening there. Transactions, not too much happening yesterday in the NHL. The Bruins recalled forward Oscar Steen from Providence in the American Hockey League. Now to last night on ice action. Tampa Bay 2 at Toronto 7. Joy in Toronto, that's for sure. Nobody was leaving early last night, even though the Leafs had a big lead. I was a little disappointed to seeing all the physicality. I don't mind, but when it got down to cheaper shots, and after every whistle, there seemed to be pushing and shoving, and everybody's wanting to go and poking each other with the sticks and whatever. Not a big fan of that. Elsewhere in the NHL last night, Rangers 5 over New Jersey Devils 1. Colorado Avalanche back in that series with a big 3-2 win over Seattle. And Las Vegas 5-2 winners over Winnipeg. Action tonight in the NHL. The schedule flips. Carolina at the Islanders, Boston's in Florida, Dallas at Minnesota, and Edmonton at Los Angeles. Saturday night, we're back to last night's schedule with Tampa Bay, Toronto playing in Tampa Bay. Round 1 standings. Panthers 1 and the Bruins are all tied up. Same thing with Minnesota and Dallas. Kings and Oilers 1 each apiece. Hurricanes 2-1 leaders, 2-0 leaders over the Islanders. Seattle and Avalanche are tied at 1 each. Rangers up 2-0 in games over the New Jersey Devils. Vegas Golden Knights and the Winnipeg Jets 1 each apiece. And the same thing with Tampa Bay and the Leafs. After the Leafs, a bit of a shellacking on Tuesday night, more than compensated for it last night with John Tavares getting a hat trick. Okay, stepping down a level. In the queue on Thursday, Halifax Mooseheads 3-0 over Moncton. Our man Evan Boucher, who plays for Halifax, ex-Brockville Brave, failed to score in that game. They are now up 3-1 over Moncton. All the other games, all the other series in the queue, though, were settled by games of 4-0 were the total for the games. So Moncton's at Halifax on Sunday, and if necessary, Halifax is back in Moncton on Monday. Closer to home, in the O, Gavin White and the Peterborough Petes continue, in my call at least, which is a upset. We'll talk about where that term upset comes from later. Peterborough 3-1 winners over Ottawa. So Gavin didn't score in that game. Of course, he's a defenseman. He can't be scoring every game, right? And London over Kitchener 4-0. Sarnia, same score, 4-0 over Saginaw. I guess that's the end of the season for Saginaw. And North Bay beat Barrie 4-3 in overtime. Saturday action continues. Peterborough is in Ottawa, 4 o'clock start in Ottawa, and Barrie's at North Bay. If that Peterborough at Ottawa game, 4 o'clock Saturday, Trent tells me that there's a busload of fans going from Ottawa to cheer on our neighbor who lives just a couple of blocks from here, Gavin White, as they can close out that series against Ottawa. If there is another game necessary, Ottawa will be back in Peterborough on Monday. Here's those standings in those series. London closes out their series with Kitchener 4-1. Sarnia 4-0 in games over Saginaw. That series has ended. North Bay and Barrie are tied at 2 games each. And your Peterborough Petes with Gavin White are up 3-1 over the Ottawa 67s. Out on the coast in the BC League, Salmon Arm is, of course, ahead of Vernon Vipers 3-1, and they play tonight. So Salmon Arm Silverbacks with ex-Brockville Brave Ryan Gillespie play tonight in Salmon Arm. So the Vipers will be in Salmon Arm for a potential wrap-up for that series for the Silverbacks. And, of course, our own back here in the CCHL, Bogart Cup series final series will start on Saturday night in Ottawa. So I guess that's sort of it for this week. So we'll be back on Monday morning with the updates. There will have been a couple of games in those Bogart Cup finals with Ottawa and Smith Falls. Saturday night in Ottawa, Sunday, probably the afternoon in Smith Falls. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back on Monday to start, I think, week 13 of this series. Thanks again for watching. See you Monday morning.